How are we doing, everyone? I trust you've been safe and well and training hard. So today we're coming back with another recipe, a traditional gnocchi recipe. It's a great dish and people are saying, what? Full of carbs. How are you eating this meal? Well, it's an important meal to be had because potatoes do hold protein. They have an amino acid profile and you really need to eat carbs, especially if you're doing high intensity workouts. A lot of people trying to avoid carbs go into ketosis and you're doing more damage than good. So today, let's run with how we're gonna make our gnocchi. So for the best potatoes, I tend to use the red potatoes. Now you don't wanna peel them prior to cooking and you wanna boil them, or you're gonna be boiling them in water obviously first. You wanna boil them with skin on. The reason why we do this is because it adds a layer of protection to the water that you're boiling it in. You don't want the potatoes becoming really soaked and wet. You need them to be soft and boiled, so not liquid and mushy. You will need a couple of things to do this. You can do it with mashed potatoes like a masher, but I'll be using my passato machine that I use for doing the tomatoes. Same thing can be done here. You can get other handheld ones. So I've only got a few potatoes here. It's only for me and the kids and my partner. A great meal. So let's get cooking. All right, so we've got our bowl of water. We're gonna put a bit of salt in here. So always cook in salty water. It just helps the water cook better. It's something that we've always done. I don't really know the science behind it, but we just do it. So as you can see here, our potatoes are all roughly around the same size. This will help them cook evenly so we can mash them all at the same time. Skin on. Once they're cooked, you can just peel that skin right off and get them through the machine. As you can see here, our potatoes are now ready. The skin's starting to fall apart. It's been about 20 minutes, and this is why we need them all around the same size so they cook evenly. While we've done that, I've also done my pasta sauce. Now you might see that this is quite an orange color. There's actually pork mince in here as well. It's just broken up finely, so it'll give a nice consistency. Traditional pasta sauce does have an orange color to it. This is the sauce that I'll be making at home with the kids from Roma tomatoes, all done from scratch. Stove's a bit messy because I'm cooking on it, so I do apologize. But again, the tomatoes, antioxidants, anti-inflammatory, vitamin A, E, all that kind of stuff. B vitamins, a great sauce to add to your nutrition diet. Alrighty, so this is pretty easy to do. We just want to, as you can see, that skin just falls off. Now you want to make these while they're hot, because if you let them cool down, the potatoes go sticky, all that starch comes out of them. So you can just easily pull it apart like that. I might grab another plate to put them in, to be honest, because they're a bit hot for my hands. Now we've separated our skins from our potatoes. It's time to pop it into our machine to get it nice and even and smooth. Now you can use a potato masher to do this. I just use this machine because it comes up a lot better. You've also got other hand machines that do it. But you'll watch as we come through, so you'll get it coming out both sides, and that's fine too. I might just get a wooden spoon to push it down. And now I've got a little helper here with me, Casey and Talia. Let's go. Hang on. We go like that. And I'll give this a bit of a push. Go on, squish it through. Spoon it. There we go. Look at that.
Do I have a turn now?
You can jump in there, Talia. Go on. Good stuff. So look at those potatoes. They're coming out really, really good.
Wait.
Because they're not too soggy and they're not too wet. They're nice and they're boiled all the way through. What do they smell like, Talia? Smell good?
They smell like chips.
Smell like chips? Yeah.
The chips that you.
Yeah.
Dad.
Yes, Case? Yeah, give Casey a turn, Talia. You'd like a turn?
Like rice.
It does. Looks like rice. I think that's exactly what they call it, the rice, potato rice it is or something. You can also make hash browns this way too. Did you know that? All right, hang on a sec. I'll just stick my finger in there. I don't want to get it squashed. All right. Hang on. I don't want to squish my finger. There you go, Case. Give it a go. So as you can see, that's nice and fine. No lumps. This will make best mashed potatoes as well, but probably a bit too intensive for a night's dinner of mashies.
Keep going.
Yep, keep going. A little bit more in there. Hang on, stop. Let me just stick my finger in there. Yep, go on. Perfect. That'll do. Thank you, Casey. High five. Yes, my little home cook. Again, high five. Ready? Big one. Yeah. Oh, one more. Go. Come on. Yes, good stuff. Righty, everyone. Now our potatoes are done. Nice, looking like rice there, like Talia said before. We need to move quick because we want to do this while it's hot. So just on the bench here, we're going to throw in a bit of flour. Now you can use any flour for this. You know, there's all people say, oh, this flour, that flour. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. So we're just going to jam that straight there. We want a cup of flour. You can make gnocchi without flour as well, but it just tastes better. Just like that. A pinch of salt, and then an egg. Oh, do it in a bowl. Bench is better. Let's do it that old-fashioned way. You just want to mix it all through. And that's it. And the interesting thing, so gnocchi translates to the meaning knuckle, because it just looks like a knuckle. So we just knead it like you would any dough, really. And look at that. So we want to do this while it's hot. It just stops it from going soggy and sticky, and just quite a nice, pasta. Let's just roll all this around, get all that egg and potato and flour. So what's the difference between this and pasta? So I think this is a bit more filling, like it is a pasta, or some call it a dumpling. Just all really depends, I suppose. It's a great meal. So this has, look, in my opinion, the potatoes do have protein. It has an amino acid profile. You get that in flour as well. But this is probably going to give you a bigger carb boost. It's more dense. So it also fills you up faster. So if you're looking to get some really quick carbs, some energy, it's probably a great way to do it. All right, it's time to get those actual gnocchis happening now. So how do we do this? Well, there is a way of doing it. People did it many ways, but what you want to do is, break off some of the dough, roll it out like this. You just get a fork. There you go, and you get that sort of gnocchi look if you want. Give it a bit of a press down. It just gives it that look. Don't know why, but just the way it is, I guess. Bit fancy. We're just popping them to the side there on our chopping board. I'll give you a look at it once we're done. I've actually got a fair bit here. I've probably made too much. But that's always a good thing. There's food left over for tomorrow now. You can eat this, take it to work for lunch. Especially if you work in construction or you're working in an industry that requires a lot of energy. Remember, carbs provide energy. Protein develops your muscle and skeletal structures.
No.
You certainly can.
Go wash my hands first.
Yes, go wash your hands first, please. So we're just cutting them into smaller pieces. And don't forget, these will probably swell up in the water. You can help too. Go wash your hands, please, again. Talia? See, I've just given it a bit of a press. So we just break off a bit of dough like that. We want to roll it in a line. You can try some. It's just potatoes and flour. It's ready to eat. What does it taste like?
I don't want
It's not cooked.
potato.
No, the potato, it's not cooked yet.
If it was just a flour, then I would get because I like it like that.
Do you? Yeah. You can. I'll teach you how to make the honey stuff. Yes, you can.
Trouble. What do I do again?
Now that that's ready, it's boiling away, we want to put our gnocchi in the water. So some of these have come out all right, some haven't. We've had the kids help them, but that's good. That's how you learn. That's how we pass on traditional recipes and give kids life skills on how to actually survive in the world. The amount of people that can't just cook food for themselves these days adds to the cost of living crisis, because we've lost those skills, and without them, we become reliant on companies, corporations, and once you become reliant on someone else to provide you food, you're now paying as much as they say for something that's, relatively cheap and affordable. Like, what's half a kilo of potatoes worth? You go to a grower, couple of bucks, cup of flour ain't that expensive. So now gnocchi cook really, really quick. You don't want to overcook them, otherwise they'll become soggy. I do have a few more here. Got flour and potato all over the floor from the kiddos. You guys gonna help me clean up? They've gone quiet. Of course not. All right. Now that they're in there, salted water for a bit of butter. Let them boil away. Alrighty, so now it's time to just combine all our ingredients, but we might do this a bit differently because we'll have some later on. So as you can see, it only took a couple of minutes to cook. They're actually not that They don't take that long to cook. So they're a really good fast meal. They've come out a bit funny. That's all right. Kids had fun making them. I'm just only got a little bit for now. On a bit of our sauce. It's been sitting on the bench, so it's cooled down a bit. You add a bit more liquid in that if you want and heat it up. Sprinkle our Parmesan cheese. Give it a bit of a mix around. Oh, it needs a bit more liquid. It's been sitting there, dried up a bit. Tastes great. Don't look as good as ones in the shop, but done by 5 and 7-year-old, pretty good. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and stay up to date with all the latest recipes and ways to stay healthy. Take care. I'll see you in the next video.